So Stem here, back with another successful trader interview. Today I'm interviewing Rui, who's managed to make nearly $15,000 on his live trading account. He's managed to scale up and double his account to $200,000, and he's also made some nice withdrawals as well. So we're going to hear a little bit about how he makes his trading decisions, have a look at some of his charts, and see if you can hopefully learn something about being a successful trader. Rui, thanks very much for joining me all the way from lovely, sunny Tampa, Florida. I'm sure the weather's slightly nicer there than it is here. Congratulations on obtaining your live trading account and making over $14,000 in the first, I think it's 2 weeks or so, withdrawing 4,700, scaling up your account to a $200,000 account. Fantastic trading. You're going very much on the right track, and we're glad to have you on board.
All right, thanks. I really appreciate the opportunity. I specifically chose you guys because of the Step Up program. I want to go for that big at 2.5 million. So that's what I'm looking for. And when I looked at prop firms, that was one of the big things I actually that attracted me to you guys.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you've made your 10%. You've scaled up. Hopefully, you'll scale up many more times. But again, no time limits, no pressure, no rush. You've made a nice chunky withdrawal, kept some profit in the account as well, which is what we find that the traders who last the longest amount of time tend to do. Tell me a little bit about your trading background, and then we're going to have a look at MetaTrader, talk through some of your trades as people who watch this are interested in the sort of strategies that you use to make profits.
Actually, I was a stockbroker for 6 years. I had my own business, I'd say about 15 years ago. I forget. It's like in the early 2000s. Obviously, that's a lot different than trading. I dabbled in trading on and off. I've lost tons of money with my own money. I've only became profitable once I started trading prop firms, and the reason is because I'm always analyzing what I do right and what I do wrong, and by trading for a prop firm, I'm forced to follow the rules, because when you set your own rules, your own risk rules, it's really easy to not follow your rules, depending what type of person you are, obviously.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. That basically accountability is one of the massive things that you do. Because I know exactly the same as a trader myself. You know, if you're trading your own account and you make a mistake, it's like, nah, it doesn't matter. There's no real consequence other than sort of a bit of an ego bash, if you like. So yeah, I completely understand one of the attractions of trading under someone else's money is it gives you that accountability and with it as well. So it's like a naughty child who's been watched by the parents, isn't it? It's a lot better to have the parents watching them. Yeah, let's have a look at your MT4 now, as I'm sure people will be interested in talking through why you took some of these trades. So this USD JPY trade, we've waited for the NFP candle to come here. That's coming at 330 or so, 130.
That was right after I took that trade, right after the news. Yeah, I waited for a little bit. I waited to see if the price would hold, because the price sometimes just shoots up and goes down. The reason I took I usually don't like taking those trades right after news. It was too early. I should have waited a little longer, but I was very positive because I know the macro. I know the US JPY is the weakest. I know the US dollar is the strongest. So I was putting, so sometimes you got to go with your gut as well. That's why I don't think robots work, because you have to have the human interaction. And so I'm using a lot of information that I know to take that call, because it's still have to take. Now, if I was wrong, I would close the trade, obviously, if it started going down. But it did go up, and that was a beautiful trade.
It was. I like the way you've added to it as well. You've taken that initial first position on the NFP candle, then you've added on strength, you've added on a pullback, and then when it's come in, you've obviously taken profit. I do.
The way I enter trades, I usually put 1, 2, sometimes 3 trades. I don't do them all at the same time. I might add if I think it's strong. If I think it's strong, I might add to the trade. If I got in too early and I still believe in the trade, I might add at a if the trade is down a little bit. So I do make those decisions on the go. You got to understand the market. I'm a price. I look at price action. So you do need to understand price action. You can't just be it's not as simple as we're making it sound.
Yeah, you certainly did well there. You made a couple of $1,000s. Now, going back, scrolling up your account here, going all the way back to when you first sort of started your live account back on the 23rd and 23rd and 24th. Do you remember specifically why you shorted gold here?
Gold, again, the dollar is strong. Now, every time I trade gold, I'm looking at the DXY. So I don't know exactly why I shorted. I mean, it had to be because the DXY is going, let's see, for gold to go down, the DXY is going up. So I saw it. So I'm looking at the euro. I was looking at some other pairs like the British pound, US dollar, I was looking but basically looking at the DXY, and then I look at the two pairs. I was also looking at the Australian dollar and the New Zealand pairs. Sometimes I trade those, but they don't affect the DXY as much. So I look at again, I'm looking for correlation, and if I see that the euro is getting weak, I don't trade usually the euro. I'll trade the dollar. I'll trade the gold, because gold, I can get bigger moves on gold. So for me to take that trade is because, again, it's a correlation. I'm looking which way the market is going. I saw it was near like a it was near like the support, or in this case it was a resistance, and I just sold it.
Yeah. You said your own rules if you're trading low volatilities. You've had a few bank holidays over the past week as well, so you've done.
So I trade on Monday. I was up on Monday. The account it was close to 109. I was trying to get it to 110 on that day, right? And I was up, and then I should have just I closed the trades, right? If you go back and look at my trades on Monday, I was up on Monday. I went from like 103 or 104, maybe 105. I think it was 105 to 108, almost 109, and then I should have just closed the trade because it was a bank holiday. I did get a nice trade early in the day, and then stupidity, right? I put a trade after 10 a.m. and I guess the banks, whoever controls the market, I'm a firm believer, somebody controls the market out there, and they just moved gold completely the opposite way. Eventually went back up again, but it did take me out. That's when I had my biggest losses, and that hit my worst case scenario, which is I don't put my stops are not close to I don't put stops like other people do. I decide, okay, when do I get out? Worst case scenario. I need my trades to be able to breathe up and down because I know that the market gets manipulated, and I don't want to be caught up on those liquidity runs that they do, stop hunts and all that. So I decided, am I willing to lose 1%? Am I willing to lose 2%? As the account grows, I'm right now at this level, I'm willing to lose 1% in one day because I know I can make it back the next day. Once it goes up to a 400 account and beyond, I might even bring down my worst case scenario down to 0.5% a day. Worst case scenario, obviously. So you have to adjust how much you risk, how big the lots are going to be that you're going to be risking.
Yeah, absolutely. Totally agree with that. Well, that's some fantastic insight, and I'm sure everyone who's going to be watching this video will get a lot out of that. So thank you for taking the time out of your Sunday to speak to me and explaining sort of your decision-making behind your trades, and hopefully it will be a long and fruitful relationship for the both of us. Yeah,
I hope so. Looking forward to it.
So thank you for watching me. Please do subscribe to our channel. Please join our Discord. The link is in the description below. And here are some more videos for you.